So this is a really complex Celtic design. So if you are not a First Nations ancestry, but you are your ancestors come from, say, like England, Germany, Scotland, Wales, northern France, you most likely have some Celtic in you. And if you look, spirals are super important. Now, they used knotwork was their main form, and lace work, all right? So knotwork was centered around spirals and such. They also painted themselves blue and had all kinds of tattoos and stuff if you go back far enough before Christianity, like pre-Christianity in Europe. This is a design that is based on these basic spirals. So when you go in the spiral, if you try and look for lines of symmetry, it's kind of tricky with a spiral because look, it just makes a bullseye everywhere you go, which is probably why they considered spirals to be a very spiritual thing. Like you see spiral things on a lot of like the old kings stone cairns and things like that, and you see them on a lot of brooches and stuff. So they use spirals, but like every other artwork on earth, they use lines of symmetry. So within it, you will see lines of symmetry in this way, right? So this spiral, does it match that one? Well, let's see. Yeah, it does. Okay, so you've got a big line of symmetry here, obviously another big one here. They also did the 4 directions, and then they would quarter it, and you've got all these different things, but it's just like a bazillion different lines of symmetry, and that's what happens when you start using round shapes. So I just wanted to show you these as examples of other pre-contact kind of stuff, because they would weave fabric, and so that's where like Scottish tartans come from, and they would have really intricate patterns. And you see this is kind of like a Greek pattern too, so you can see the symmetry between this one and this one and this one and this one. But there is no symmetry between these two, because look, when you put the mirror down, that's not exactly how it works. There is one more here and here, and this gap doesn't work. They're turning it. So there's different kinds of symmetry in these. So if you're looking for different kinds of symmetry, you can start looking at a lot of like Celtic designs. You can look at tile work. There's tons of it, okay?